I think my lips are kind of teetering on the edge between Kylie Jenner and like, this just looks weird. Whatever. Hello everybody, so today I am doing a new Twitter question and answer, but because it is February, aka the month of love, seasons of love. Rent. Anybody? No? I thought I would do a love, dating, and relationship themed Q&A. So you guys asked me a bunch of questions. It's gonna be my personal advice, my own stories. I'm gonna answer some questions that you have. So if you guys like these themed versions of Q&As, make sure to let me know in the comments down below and give me some other video topics you guys would like me to talk about. This first question comes from Hannah and she asks how to get over a breakup. Now for me personally, I either really like a guy or I don't like a guy at all. So getting over a guy can really for me take anywhere between half as long as we were dating or twice as long as we were dating. But I think my advice on how to get over a breakup is really focus on yourself. I don't think jumping into a new relationship for distractions and things like that, I honestly don't think in the long term that's really gonna help you. I've definitely been there. And lots of ice cream and romantic movies and yeah. Olivia asked me how old I was when I had my first boyfriend, and I unofficially was dating someone since the day I was, I think, three years old. 3 years old was my neighbor. His name was Mark, and we were boyfriend and girlfriend from the ages of 3 up until 5th grade. Yeah, it was real serious. But my actual first like serious boyfriend long term was when I was 16 years old. Yeah, I was 16. Erica asked me if I've ever been in the friend zone. Yeah, I definitely have been in the friend zone. I have this one friend. He knows that I think he's adorable and I would date him in the drop of a hat. And we've talked about it multiple times and he won't date me. But we're still friends and it's like a joke that I make with other people, not him. Still too soon. Sheila asked for any advice on how to talk to your crush. Rip the band-aid off. Just go up and talk to them. I don't think there's anything weird about that. Take in mind all the embarrassment and the awkwardness and all the stuff that's going through your head where you're like, he's gonna know I'm going up to talk to him because I have a crush on him. He's gonna know I like him. He's gonna know I dream about him all the time. He's not. Boys aren't psychic. Girls aren't psychic too, unless you're Raven. Just be casual, be calm, and just walk up to him and be like, hey, like, what's up? It's not weird. If your crush came up to you and said, hey, what's up? Wouldn't you be ecstatic? So do the same thing back to them. I think you need to realize that there's a high probability that they like you too, and they're just waiting for you to make the first move. So make it! Sammy asked what's my best advice on loving yourself. I'm gonna be so 100% real with you guys and tell you that I struggle with this a lot too, which probably sounds weird because I post a ton of selfies and I make videos on YouTube and I should be so confident and love myself so much because I'm a role model. No, I'm a 21-year-old girl who's so incredibly insecure that it prevents me from doing things that I wish I could do. I think the biggest thing with loving yourself is really taking the time. I think treating your body with care and respect is kind of the first steps to really loving yourself. For me, that means taking bubble baths and making myself really nice, really healthy meals that taste really good and make me feel really good. By treating my body on the outside really well, wearing clothes that I like, doing my makeup that I like, and really taking the time for my outer self, I feel like inside I feel a lot better just because I'm taking time for me. I definitely spend a lot of time on other people and give a lot of affection to other people, and sometimes I find that I spread myself so thin that there's nothing left for me and there's no left support for me and anything like that. So I think taking the time for yourself and really doing things that ever relaxes you or makes you happy, prioritizing that is the first step for me in loving myself because I'm showing myself love and I'm showing myself that I'm worth taking the time to do things that make me happy. Rachel is asking me if there is a secret significant other that I'm hiding. And I'm definitely not. I am totally open to dating and going on dates, but I'm really not looking for a boyfriend. And I think right now I want to focus on myself for a while. This era of my life is gonna be single me, and I'm very happy with that. Unless Nick Jonas calls. Emma asked me, how can she tell a boy that she likes him without coming across as desperate? Now let me just say, everybody reads too much into everything these days. Telling a guy you like him shouldn't even be a fear if that comes across as desperate. It's literally just telling a guy you like him. The desperation, unless you're texting him like 400 times and being like, I love you, love me back, he's not gonna think you're desperate. I think for me, honestly, the best way to do it is really cushion it in a way where it's like, if you don't feel the same way about me, that's totally fine. I'm a big believer in not forcing things. So if a guy doesn't like me back when I like him, well, that's probably because I was never supposed to like him in the first place. I wasn't supposed to date him. That's okay, and that means he's not my guy and I can move on. Eliminate that out of the picture. If he doesn't like you, that just means he's not your person. He's not your lobster, and that's okay. We'll find our lobsters one day. Jessica wants to know what's the worst date I've ever been on and if I ever had to see him again. Yes, I have been on the worst date of all time. If you think you've been on a bad date, mine was worse. I actually posted a video about this super long ago on an old collab channel that I had, so if you guys want me to make a whole new video specifically just on my worst date, let me know. But I will give you a little tidbit of information. He told me his brother was murdered on the date while we were driving in the dark. Kind of implied he was the one who did it, and yes, we had classes together for the rest of the year. It was great. Megan wants to know if I have any bad breakups. Yeah. Pretty sure once you get to the age of 21, you've had at least one bad breakup. Or it's just me. Okay, you guys, that is it for today's Q&A video. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know in the comments down below some of your dating horror stories. Any dating advice that you have, what's something that you've learned. And don't forget to let me know what other videos you would like to see. Do you like more like singular story time videos where I just sit down and tell you guys about my first date or sit down and talk about my first kiss? Let me know and I will definitely do some of those videos. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Follow me at Megan Rosette because it's the only social media that's still stuck at Megan Rosette on Twitter, so you guys can ask me questions for the next Q&A, and I will see you guys next time. Happy almost Valentine's Day! I just hit my light, I'm sorry. And if you're feeling way too single this Valentine's Day, don't worry, it just means you haven't met your lobster yet. So put on some friends, eat some ice cream, and love yourself on Valentine's Day. That sounded dirty, but take it as you want. Girl power. I'm just saying.